How's it going, guys? It's Toilet Bag, back with another video. But before I start this video, do you guys want to like and subscribe? And also hit that bell if you want notifications when I drop new videos. So today I want to talk about something that's actually really cool. I promise you, this is like really awesome in my opinion. So we obviously all know who Builderman is, right? Well, if you don't know who Builderman is, well, I don't know where you've been, because he's like the creator of Roblox, so basically he is very important. Well, imagine being able to message him on Roblox and he actually answers you. Well, in 2010, this actually happened to me. I messaged him, and it's actually quite funny because what I messaged him was like completely irrelevant, and it was just pretty funny because I was 10 years old at the time. And come to find out, after doing research, in 2010 he actually did respond to messages personally. I'm guessing around 2010 and 2011 there weren't that many players. Well, Roblox did have a good amount of players, but I doubt a lot of them were really messaging Builderman at the time. So before I show you guys my message that I sent to him, I want to show you guys another message that somebody else sent to him, and this is actually quite funny. So as you can see here, this guy sent a message to Builderman in 2011 at 1:44 p.m. and he said, "I'm in Hawaii." And it says "re," which means basically Builderman replied to his original message, and Builderman says, "I hope you have a great time. Signed by Builderman." Now, I know this is not fake because this happened to me. He actually used to reply to people back then. And I know it sounds extremely crazy that the owner of Roblox would actually be responding to people, and it does say that it's a ticket, meaning like when you would email Roblox, you would submit a ticket and they would reply, but usually it would be automated by a robot. But back then, that was not the case. Builderman actually used to personally, reply back to people, and I don't know if he had multiple people helping him or not, but I just know that back then it was a real person and not a robot, because a robot wouldn't tell you to have fun in Hawaii. Now, like I said, guys, Builderman did respond to me, and I'm going to show you guys the message that I sent him when I was 10 years old. Now, here's the original message that Builderman responded to me back in 2010 at 4:29 p.m. He wrote, "Please ask the person who made the game." Now, you might be wondering, why is he saying this? Well, I originally sent him a message in 2010 saying, "How do I get a jetpack if you're admin for a course?" Now, I can't really tell you what I was trying to say here. I think I was asking how to get, a jetpack for a certain game that I was playing, and he basically just replied and said, to ask the person who made the game and not him, which is pretty funny because he took the time out of his day to, tell me to ask the owner of the game instead of, helping me. Well, that was help, but it's just pretty funny that he actually replied. Like, he took time out of his day just to reply to some 10-year-old, saying, "How do I get a jetpack for a game?" Like, I'm guessing he must have had a ton of messages, and he was responding to all of them, which is just crazy. Like, honestly, I could have asked him for Robux, and I actually seen people who asked him for money, and he would reply. So it was very common for him to reply, whether or not your message was, like, important or not. Like, he just replied. So major props to Builderman. Like, that is just so cool that he would reply to people back then. Now I would say that that is probably impossible for him to read messages. He probably gets over 1 million a day. I even went out of my way to message him again a few days ago, or I would say, I think this was yesterday, and I messaged him saying, I messaged you in 2010 and you answered, testing to see if, he'll still answer, and he hasn't responded to me. So I could kind of confirm at this point that he does not respond to messages anymore. And I completely understand why. I mean, Roblox has just grown so much since, back then. I also took this little short video so you guys could see me refreshing the page, just so you know that this isn't fake. So I refreshed the page a couple of times, and then I click on his username to show you that this is his actual account. This is not a fake. I mean, he actually did reply to me, and I even back out in some point in my messages and show you exactly where he sent it, and then, nothing's changed. So I'm not using Inspect Element or anything. Builderman was just a boss back then, you know what I mean? He used to answer anybody at any time. Now, I know some people might also say, "Oh, well, you're in the sent tab, where you sent messages." Well, yeah, because I replied to him last. I said thank you, and I mean, I can't really fake that replying to myself, you know what I mean? So all I have to say is, Builderman is so cool. Like, just back then he used to reply to people, and I honestly didn't even remember that this happened. I was just searching through my messages and I was like, Builderman. And he replied to me, so I looked it up, and turns out there are plenty of people that he replied to, so believe it or not, I'm not actually the only person. Another little funny thing is I have messages with Shadletsky, but he never actually answered me. Well, he did, but it was a robot, and every time he answered, it would say, this is a robotic automatic message or something like that, so it wasn't actually him. And, you know, it would have been cool if I could, you know, talk to him. And I've met him a couple times, but, you know, all his messages weren't actually him. They were like bots replying. And the same went for Roblox. I think Roblox wasn't even answering any messages at all at one point, but I had messages with Roblox as well, and it was all bots replying back then. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys. I mean, that's the time that I, you know, talked to Builderman. And if you guys have talked to any admins before, or met any admins, or, you know, messaged any of them and they replied, you know, tell me in the comments. I would love to hear about it. Also, I do want to say, you know, we're getting very close to 300 subscribers, which is just insane. Like, it just blows my mind, and I'm trying to upload as much as I can. I have so many stories to tell you guys, so don't worry, there will be more videos coming soon. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.